right, guys, this is episode 1 of First Round Stoppage, brought to you by the Daily Strike Media Group. I'm here with Michael Modjeski, one of the fighters fighting March 23rd at Fight Night Fury. This is a fight promotion that was put together by Kewen Baptiste Hall. I think that's how you say his name. But he brought this thing together. We also got some live grappling going on that night, so it's going to be a really exciting night of fights and excitement. But I have one of the competitors here with me, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about his backstory, about what brought him here, what got him interested in fighting. I mean, this is some intense stuff. This is a first for you, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me,
of
homie.
Course,
I appreciate
man.
it. This is awesome.
Just to give you guys some background, Cole here, we're good friends. We hang out all the time. We train together. We do jiu-jitsu together.
Yep.
He just so happens to also do Muay Thai, and he's competing March for that. And he's done a lot of tournaments in the past for jiu-jitsu. He's been training for a long, long time, not just with Muay Thai, but several different arts and different disciplines and whatnot. So I'm excited to have a cool conversation with him. I mean, we talk shit all the time.
Dude. Absolutely.
This is just going to be another day in the life. So tell us a little about yourself, Cole.
Gosh, well, main thing, I'm old, or I feel it every day.
You don't look it, man.
No, I know. I try, man.
That hair is just beautiful.
Thank you. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But no, mainly, speaking of like that, is like used to be really out of shape and tried to look for something to get myself a little healthier. And I've never been one to follow suit. I've always been athletic in sports, stuff like that, like all-star baseball growing up and stuff. But somehow I got stuck in video games and eating KFC for a while. Got up to like 270 pounds almost.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I can't even picture you like that.
I know.
Dude.
It's pretty. Trust me, all the pictures are gone. The only truth is that I say it now, basically.
Yeah. Get rid of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need that.
But so I started doing stuff like this. I mean, I found what was it? It was like a combat jiu-jitsu school that really had some like sloppy technique and stuff like that. I mean, you could compare it to like Park District karate almost.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah,
Wait, so that's where you started.
Yeah, that was pretty much like, it was something like that. They had some good like judo throws. That's where I was kind of learning a lot of judo, and then eventually found this place a couple years back and started doing jiu-jitsu and some of the boxing and Muay Thai. And they offered like an MMA class when we first started here too.
Yeah, they still have it.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's on different days that I can get into, but I've tried doing some of that with our jiu-jitsu coach. We've been working in those couple days too, messing around with that. So it's just one of the most exciting things you could do, man. Like I still play hockey now. That's probably the main sports besides here: hockey, skateboard, and snowboard all the time and
then,
stuff.
Of course, you're a musician on the side.
Yeah, fantastic. Matt Stromberg Music.
That's right. Shout out.
MC Squared, great band. Check them out. But either way, but like as far as sports go, like even skateboarding, I love snowboarding. Hockey's fantastic, but there's just nothing else like martial arts, man.
Punching someone in the face,
something about it. No,
choking somebody.
Well, you know what? That stuff's great too. At first, as well as just the just the skill you learn, man. Like you just even somebody that comes in and trains like a month in jiu-jitsu, like the things that they could do to somebody at a bar if somebody's trying to mess with them.
Absolutely.
And like the great thing is almost just learning, like I could just walk away from this because there's no reason for me ending you tonight and stuff like that. So
that's a good point, man. I'm glad you pointed that out.
It's honestly made me a lot better person in general, like just getting frustrated. And that's where the good stuff is with punching people and kicking people. And like you get that frustration out and stuff like that. And
best way to get rid of it right there.
Exactly.
Burn some stress.
It's awesome. And that was honestly, besides the combat stuff that I did, one of the biggest things that I fell in love with was my heavy bag in the garage, dude.
Yeah.
Like anytime, like while living with your parents and you're getting in like some argument like that, like you go out and do that, or music too.
Yeah,
like that's when I started picking up the guitar. But well, that night. So another thing back on the video games, I started playing guitar because I was like acing expert Guitar Hero, and I was like, this is embarrassing.
You gotta learn.
Yeah, I was like, I'm literally like mastering this stupid video game. I was like, where I could be like a good guitar player by now. Yeah,
because Guitar Hero, I hate to bash it, but it takes zero fucking skill.
It's nothing.
Like, let's be real. It's really
nothing.
not that much skill involved.
No.
But playing the guitar.
But still, even playing that much though, it's just like, this is a waste of time. It's like, why don't I be more of a help to myself? Seriously.
Well, back to martial arts.
Yeah.
Judo. That's how you started. That's what got you into
so
this,
that was
right?
that was the main thing, was doing like judo and stuff like that. I never got to compete in it. It was where I first actually took it, was they offered it at COD.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
wow.
I started taking it there.
Interesting.
And
I didn't even know they had martial arts courses or classes at COD.
They've got a couple like that and stuff. I think they might have wrestling.
And what is it,
too.
free through the
No, it's like, it's a one credit class.
Oh, wow.
So like, I
so
think
it actually applies towards your whole,
yeah,
man, I want to do that. What the hell? I'd ace that shit.
I applied that to my degree too. And there was actually like a Judo 1 and Judo 2. And
wow.
Just showing up to Judo 1, you passed the class. Same thing.
Really?
Same thing with the second one too.
So was it really good instruction though? Like,
it wasn't bad, but I mean, you got to imagine that they catered to everybody. You know, like even we'll get into like talk about me losing a coach here recently, but like the thing is like, I would get lucky times where they would realize, like, the couple of guys, like, okay, these guys are actually pretty good at throws, and they would have us work together and give us a little higher instruction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
meet people where they're at, basically.
Yeah, but then when you're just getting, like, you know, I don't know, just random person that's taking it because they need a physical education course.
Yeah.
And they don't even really care to learn it. They're just going in there and doing it and then go home and, you know.
Going through the motions.
Yeah, exactly.
Just looking for the grade, the check
and
mark.
not thinking about it afterwards. Like, you love jujitsu. Like, how much are you doing it outside of here, even if you're not rolling? Like, you're watching videos
Studying,
on your
man.
lunch break. Yeah, you're looking up new routines, new tricks and stuff like that. So, like, you know, it becomes a big part of that stuff. So,
so you'd say probably that environment is huge. I mean, that's like everything pretty much. Because you can get into a group of people who aren't really like, I mean, you want to compete, essentially.
Absolutely. Well, and I would say, so I never had any intention of competing. That was mainly the drive and the good coaching from here and stuff. So like even when I started here for jiu-jitsu, everything I've ever done was pretty much in self-defense. That was always the main thing.
Protect yourself.
Yeah,
in a
big believer in that.
environment.
Love the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about like awareness,
situational awareness.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tristan.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I mean, that's a big thing and all that. And so. Mainly that was my main goal, is just like, and especially it becoming so popular, it's like people are learning to fight. Like you need to be able to defend yourself in cases and stuff like that. Like I've jumped into like 100 different gyms too for different classes before I actually came here. I went to like a Krav Maga school for like 2 classes, went out to Patriot Boxing over off of 83, and I took one of their jiu-jitsu in classes, and then found this place as well. And same thing after being with Tristan for a while and then just seeing everybody else competing. Like once you get in an environment too like that where a lot of other people are doing it, you're just like, I want to be part of that. Like, can I do that too?
It's like you're part of a team.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do I get in there? What's that all about? You know, it's like.
Just to give some of the listeners some reference, we are here at Counter Strike MMA Academy. When we say here, that's what he means. We're training at Counter Strike MMA Academy. We roll with the Bodie Collaborative BJJ crew as well as the Muay Thai program here. So just wanted to give them a quick shout out.
Yeah.
Tristan is actually the head black belt coach alongside Juan Marquez, and they're putting together a really cool grappling 3-on-3 grappling tournament.
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be exciting.
And honestly, it was kind of sad when they posted that out.
Yeah, me too.
I really want, and here's the thing too, like we could talk more about it if you want, but just at my age now, like I'm not trying to be a pro fighter. I mean, I don't know if you're 33 going on 34 and you're looking to start your career in fighting right now.
It's happened. It's possible.
It has, but I mean, unless you're like, I mean, working with some of the best coaches and just getting the best promotions. I mean, I guess the thing is too, is like I'd have to quit my job and probably lose my girlfriend that I got right now and like give up a whole bunch
7
of
days
stuff.
a week.
Yeah, give up a whole bunch of crap, go straight to training and never stop and just fight after fight after fight after fight. And I mean, you got Randy Couture's and awesome dudes like that, like Supermans that have, gone all the way at 42 and stuff like that. But I'm a little more humble. I like
That's not your intention.
I like my job too. And that was the main thing. And even with martial arts, like I said, this was all about learning to defend myself. And 2 things that I do want out of this is, one, I want to make sure that I can defend myself. And I really want to teach eventually one time too, whether it be jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or even just an MMA instructional class or
Absolutely.
something like that. And
competition kind of gets you to that point.
yeah,
I feel like.
exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I feel like you need to compete at least a couple times.
Absolutely.
And if like, and I guess you don't need to. There's some people that are probably great coaches that never compete. Like, I don't know if Tyson's coach competed, but I remember seeing he was
don't
an
think so.
old looking chubby guy, and man, he know how to, you know.
ever watch Rocky? You see that
it's
old guy? I don't know if he's boxing.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know if he boxed and stuff, but he knew what the hell he was talking about.
No,
that's
I
for
hear
sure.
you. I hear you.
But I do feel like, you know, you got to test your skills out, see if you're progressing, see if your training's even done. Like sometimes that's a main thing too. Like you can be getting all this great training, but maybe you didn't prepare mentally, and you take that first shot and you turn into Spaz Boy and, you know, have no
Start
clue.
freaking out.
Yeah, have no clue what's going on. And so you got to test yourself like that. And even if that happens, like there should be no shame in that too. Like it's tough to get in this, even in the jiu-jitsu competitions, anything like that. Because I know the injuries are a little bit less in jits. You can tap. You're going for, you know, more grappling style and stuff. But
of course.
people get slammed. People, you know, don't tap in time and get injured bad and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
but,
and when you're in the moment like that, I mean that's like live go 100%.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
wants it more? You
Yeah.
know, like anything can happen in those situations.
Absolutely.
That's where it gets kind of risky. but
Absolutely.
anyways, back to the fight coming up in
Yes.
general. Like so you going into this, you really didn't look at it as like an opportunity to be the next, you know, Muay Thai champion of the world. This
No.
is just a test of your abilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So March 23rd, when you get to step into that ring and you're going up against your opponent, you're thinking, you're really competing against yourself.
Absolutely. I want to know. I want to know what I've got and put myself to the test. I don't know if he's won or lost his fights before. Or,
We'll talk a little bit about him towards the end of this interview. But
as far as like even when people were bringing up opponents, I was like, you know, as long as you're not throwing me against freaking, you know, these like a pro that's got 500 fights under his belt and is just gonna kick my freaking head off. Like I got to go to work in a week afterwards and stuff like that.
Well, that's the
like,
good thing about these promotions, though. I feel like they do put
there's good matchmaking and stuff like that. Exactly, you know. But I was gonna say, even in that point, like to me, I don't really care who the fighter is in any sense. Like you're not gonna get a chance when you run into somebody on the street, and chances are you're not gonna have a fair advantage.
No,
when
it's
you
not going to be even weights
on the street too.
It's not going to be even skill level.
You might not see it coming. I mean, that's the big thing about awareness and stuff like that too. Is like you really got to pay attention and, you know, be aware. And that's and you got to see how you react with that under that high stress too.
For sure,
man. I mean, it's like even besides people spasming, like so many people just from stepping in there, you see that an adrenaline dump in them, and within 30 seconds, they can't breathe because that's just adrenaline in their heart's going like crazy.
So
and,
that's going to be a real test for you in general. Because you've done jiu-jitsu competitions, you've gotten out there and competed one-on-one against
somebody. And it is, man. And even in those, like, dude, just that first one, you lock up with someone, you feel how strong they are and stuff too. You're like, oh my God, we're in for a world here. Like it's going down right now. Seriously.
Been there,
but yeah, I'm looking so forward to it, man. And honestly too, I'm really disappointed. Like I probably would have done the last one that Dan did a few months ago, and I think my opponent did as well. I would have loved to jump on, but there wasn't like a lot of huge promotion on it, and like just know about it. I think when I found out about it, and granted too, that might not be people's fault. I might have been on vacation or out of town or something like that.
That's the point of this. Honestly, we're sitting down here chatting because we want to promote these things. We want to get them out there.
And that's what was great to hear about this now a few weeks, because the last one, I think we got like a 2-week notice beforehand, and I was like, man, I got
to train in 2 weeks to get ready for a fight.
I got too much, and I'm still fat. Like,
got some weight to cut.
Yeah, I was like, I am not even thinking about that. Like that's ridiculous.
But now you got a good month. March 23rd is not too much of a short notice.
No, my weight's going good, dude. I've had no issues.
What are you doing,
that.
man? Cutting, what are you at? 155, right? That's where you're fighting.
Yeah, so we're fighting at 155. I'm like 10 pounds above right now.
Okay, so around 165.
As is, yeah. Okay. So I'm around like 165. Cut. Well, yeah, man, and I'm still having a beer here and there and stuff like that too. I was just telling one of my teammates, I was like, well, it's like things been going well, so I've had a beer or two this weekend and stuff.
A little cheat here and there.
Yeah, it's like otherwise next few weeks we'll have to, be straight and
slow
stuff.
Down,
but even with that too, like going on the weight cut, because besides even my fight, just talking about in general, like I think a lot of the weight cutting stuff can get ridiculous when people are doing these like 20, 15 pound weight cuts. It's like there's no way you're coming in there as strong as you could be. I don't care if you're a little bit bigger guy and stuff like that. Like
I think the only
I've rolled with you, and when I'm tired, I've got 25 pounds on you still, but it feels like you're a monster once I'm gassed out and completely deprived of hydration and stuff like that. So even though I'm a bigger guy than you, like
you feel it.
Yeah, you could still move me all over the place and stuff like that. And even then too, now I'm bigger, I got to move all this extra weight around and stuff like that.
I think weight cuts easier when you're in like the pro level. You know, you got nutritionists
and
have your
different
back.
People, man, like wrestlers, like my drummer Cody, he wrestled, and like, dude, the stuff they talked about, and like they chew gum to spit out water all the time and stuff like that. I'm like,
well, we just wouldn't eat, man. We just wouldn't eat. That's it.
That's what
Starve
I'm saying.
yourself. No hydration.
Yeah,
we cheat on the hydration test every year.
Yeah,
we go in the bathroom, we dip some water into the piss cup.
Yeah,
and
see, that's ridiculous.
Our trainers would be like, "Good job, you passed." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm dying over here. I can't even fucking breathe. It's all blurry."
Just having kidney failure. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Like, much appreciated. Seriously.
But yeah, I feel like weight cut, it can get dangerous at this level.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys don't know what they're doing. They're just like cutting weight just to cut weight. They're just starving themselves. When you get to the pro level, it's like you got the supervision.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you said, you got a team. If something does start going wrong, like I know that UFC and stuff doesn't now, but they got IVs. They got stuff ready for you. They'll start giving you water, et cetera, et cetera.
But your weight cut, like for you, this is not a weight cut. This is like
I mean,
nothing.
it's a decent.
It's going to take some work, but like you said, you're drinking beers. You're not like strict to the point.
Technically, from the start, it would be like a 22-pound drop.
Oh wow!
For me.
So you're coming from like 175.
Yeah, that's where I was at. But like, dude, I just did that last jits competition, so I was already down to 170, and then I had like a nice pizza afterwards. But
of course, you got to get those carbs back.
But I didn't go like crazy because I heard about this event possibly happening, so I like stayed on cue and just kept with regular chicken, vegetables. I don't really have a crazy meal plan stuff. I just try to keep the protein up and keep the junk food out, man.
You can't just continue to train.
Can't do candies, can't do cookies, Starburst, all the things I love.
That shit sticks to you, man.
Oh, it's so good though, man.
It is. The sacrifices,
the sacrifices, ice cream and stuff like that. It makes it all that much better after the fight, win or lose, and that's how you got to look at it. You got to make your goals small, because when you hit big, then like it makes
so
it really
much better.
Good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to say make your goals small, but like, whatever you're shooting for, take little steps to get there. So if you're going to win a fight, don't just think I'm going in to win the fight. Get your training done. Eat your meals right. Like build your little
body right.
Yeah, get your stuff, get your cardio up, do what you need to do, get some rounds in, get some sparring, get your conditioning done. Like, make all those little steps. Step into the ring, take a deep breath, overcome your adrenaline rush, relax. Take your first hard shot and stay in there and keep going and
recoup.
Exactly. Like, no, you can keep moving forward, find out what you're made of and stuff like that. But
so you pretty much got the weight cut down.
Yeah.
What are you doing training wise? What are you doing in the gym here?
Training, I would say the main thing I'm doing is working basics constantly. I feel
bread and butter.
I feel like even at my age too, like and just time wise, I younger kids pick up stuff so fast. Like they can have like even the guy we were talking about, he could have had a fight a few months ago, and 3 months now he could be on to 10 new techniques and doing fantastic.
I feel like that is kind of a disadvantage though. Like in any type of competitive arena, you always want to stick with what you know. I feel
it can be,
because you're like that's what you're good at.
The problem with that is like let's say I have a good thing where I'm really good with my hands. Well, what if he's got better hands? I got nothing else now. Like
or he knows that about you too. I mean,
so he knows how to stay away from it. Exactly. So
you have to switch it up.
Yeah, you got to be well rounded. You got to learn to mix things up and stuff like that. And you got to be humble too. You got to know that you're going to get caught and take some shots and stuff like that. And I think the main thing is just not like I already feel like I won just that, like for what I used to be as far as heavy and a gamer and stuff that. And now that I'm
weight.
Training and like never thought I would even do a fight like this. It's the only fight I've ever been in is getting attacked on the street or high school buddies getting mad at each other. And you're even like throwing snowballs in the middle of your fight and stuff like that. And it's like,
bullshit, man.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's not real.
And
It's
so
not real life.
I had no thought of doing that. And so like to me, I already feel like I'm winning. Like the fact that I'm cutting weight like this,
Absolutely.
like I never even thought I would start getting like I'm starting to see little abs and
There
stuff.
you go.
I was like, yeah, the girl's liking it. She's like,
Did I make you feel
she's like,
self-conscious
"Damn,
yesterday?
I like that
Walking
weight
around
cut."
with my heel?
Yeah, that's what I said to you too. I was like, damn, dude, what's with all the
Looking all
the
shredded.
gut there, dude?
That's right,
Thanks a
dude.
lot.
That's right
Yeah.
after a fresh roll, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
Dude.
That's really why.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. And like win or loss, like shout out to the opponent coming into and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
because,
sure.
I know a lot of times, like even Darling, one of our other friends that fought last time had a lot of trouble getting an opponent. And I know just even in the fight world, that could be a big issue in general, like matchmaking and getting
It's
opponents
tough.
and
People
who's agreeing
bail.
to this. I don't want this weight. I don't want
People
that
show
weight.
up to the
like,
night of and can't make weight.
well, that just happened to one of our other friends. Had some other promotion. I don't know if like the whole.
Was it Sherwin?
No, not Sherwin. It was DeMarcus, I think.
Oh, Demakes?
No, not DeMarcus. It was. It's this kid DeMarcus that is friends with Darling. And a few other kids. But
didn't hear about
he was
this.
supposed to have a fight last night. He was super prepped
Last
up.
night?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Super prepped up, made weight and everything. And then all of a sudden you just see a Facebook post that was like his opponent didn't show up. Like agreed to be there. I think he actually showed up at the weigh-in and everything. And then like when the fight card was started, they're like looking for him in the dressing room and he's just gone. I was like, that's
Just what, nerves,
Like,
maybe?
like
Probably. I mean, that's what I would
I
assume.
don't know, but like I would be more mad at that, I think, than losing a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I lost, I'd be like, I got in there, I got to do it.
Yeah,
But if I
you
trained that
experienced it.
hard and then you show up and then somebody's just like, yeah,
No fight.
I'm not going to be there now. I'd be like,
that would
did you miss weight? Are you 2 pounds heavy? Come in.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
Let's
like,
do this. I don't
did
give
you
a
really
shit.
just do all that for that? Like I didn't just train that hard for nothing.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You got to be kidding me. But,
Absolutely.
So
So training's going well. You're getting after it. I mean, we walked in today to set up, and you were doing some rounds with Alex.
Oh yeah,
who's gonna be-
absolutely. Well, that's what we've been trying to get in as much work as we can and stuff. Trying to stay uninjured. That's probably my only fear. Really, is like just as
Healthy.
we were talking, like I don't want to be that dick and hurt myself. Be like, sorry, dude, I can't make it. Like I pulled my back or something, or hurt my toes or whatever it is.
That's hard,
Like,
man. During training for a fight, like even with jiu-jitsu, like I feel like
both tournaments in jiu-jitsu, I went in injured.
I mean, it's so hard to avoid.
It really was.
I think
dude.
you really just need to partner up and team up with people who know like,
That-
you're about to compete.
That I think
Try not to rip my arms off
Yeah.
and like choke me to my trach, like stuff like that. It's
Absolutely.
just being
And
conscious
I
of it.
think if you train too hard, or if you're training too hard while on that weight cut too.
Oh, yeah.
I think when your body's really dehydrated and stuff
vulnerable.
like that, you're very open for more injuries. I pull a lot more muscles and stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
it's like, you got to stay hydrated too through those times, even if you are cutting weight or anything like that.
Yeah, because then you're just prone to injuries.
Yeah.
And that just ends the whole thing for you. It doesn't matter all that weight cut, all that training, it just disappears as soon as you hear that
Absolutely.
crack or
Absolutely.
that wince or just that pull, anything, man. It's,
absolutely.
That's probably the worst thing about
Yeah.
training.
Dude, you
before a
remember
fight.
my rib right
yeah.
before that one? That was your fault. Yeah, so he injured me on my last competition, even though I took second place.
Hey, I wouldn't say that was fully me, though. That was just like a freak accident or
It was
something.
him, dude.
Come on, man. Cut me some slack.
No, you were good. You were good. You weren't smashing or anything
No,
like that. It
no.
was just a weird angle.
Yeah, it was
and
a
stuff,
freak
but-
accident.
But
You
that's
twisted weird
But
or
that's
something.
literally how it can happen. It's like 2 days before a competition, you can have like something like that. So,
Absolutely.
So I've been really good. Like I got good partners that I've been training with and stuff. And that's the main thing. Like you said, finding people that aren't trying to hurt you or kill you or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
make a name out for themselves and just drills and sparring and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
So before we talk about Mauricio, who's your opponent, Mauricio Perez, I want to talk a little bit about your coaches. I mean, you just went through some shit with the coaching staff and everything.
God, yeah.
You're at Counter Strike. There's some Counter Strike drama going on.
I was going to say too, you'll probably have some other interviewees that you'll be able to get a lot more info out of. But yeah, we lost a coach. I'm not going to go super into detail. I know that there was issues between the owners of the gym and one of our coaches, and he was a great guy. I don't know if I could give a shout out.
Yeah, give him a shout
Rick
out. Hell
Salo,
yeah.
and definitely
Great instructor.
Yeah, great instructor, and definitely after my fight, win or lose, I'll be giving him a big shout out for sure because a lot of my training was through him and stuff. Even though this event happened, but I mean, it's a rough hit in there and stuff too. Luckily, I feel like I've gotten a lot of my time with him and stuff, and I'm kind of in my camp where like, I know what to do and know what training I need to do. And kind of like what we were talking before, it's like, 3 weeks before the fight, I'm not trying to learn some new crazy technique. I'm not going to start now practicing some head kick that I've never done before or something like that.
You're
it's
gonna
like
do reps.
I'm repping on what I know. I may be working on my own combinations that feel comfortable, but I'm not just going to like just jump in, because that's where I think you start thinking too much and you get that freeze up and you get the white belt syndrome, if you want to call it. That's what we're going to call it now. White belt syndrome.
That's right. That's what it is, though. I mean, it sums it up. I mean, even
you get scared, you get the adrenaline dump. Yeah, and same thing. You get guys in there when it's like they've done like 3 classes and it's their first time
and
rolling.
They've been choked out maybe 3 times and they're pissed off.
Yeah, and they're just trying to grab you, running, just spazzing out, basically. So, what was I saying? But yeah, so
back to the whole Rick,
the coach,
coaching,
our coach. Stuff. So he got let go from the gym, and we're kind of going through a whole new fight camp, and it's tough too, man. That's where politics come weird in fighting, because it's like I want to fight under the place that I've been and with Rick, and at the same time too, like, if let's say I were to win the fight or whatever, let's say I don't even win the fight and I show off good technique or something like that, like, he deserves that accreditation for it, like, one way. And like I said, like, I'm not going to be one of like a great pro fighter. I'm not looking for that name. So people might not give a shit if I win amazingly and they're like, oh, good, okay, he trained with him, nice, next fight. I mean, I
feel like people know Rick. He's well known in the Muay Thai community. Anytime you put his name out there, like, people know, oh, that's one of his guys.
Yeah, most people know him, exactly, and stuff. And he's big in it, and he loves Muay Thai. It's sad to see him be unaffiliated with the gym, and it's really tough right now too, because I really want to work with him, and like through those politics as well. We really can't right now because I believe will be fighting under Counter Strike and stuff, and I might and I can't, like, through politics, I can't train with Rick to have him give me these works and then flaunt it as this is Counter Strike's production, basically. Exactly.
No, that makes perfect sense. But in my opinion, I think that it's so fresh right now that there's just like miscommunication between the gym, the coaches, everything. So like eventually, I think it's going to work itself out. I think we're all going to be able to affiliate with each other again, and things are going to go back to normal.
Absolutely.
Essentially, I think it's just such a fresh thing.
I think so, and especially with the fight being right here too, because it makes that adds that weird politic in there and stuff like that too. Because I know as soon as like the fight's over and they know I'm not training for a fight anymore and stuff like that, it's like
back to normal.
Yeah, we can hang out and this and that again. And I understand that, because that's an understandable politic. You don't, if I build something for you and then you're like me as Matt saying, hey, I built this, and it's like, dude, no, I built that. Like, why? He didn't have anything to do with that, you know?
So, and that happens a lot in fighting, I feel like, in general.
Dude, I literally feel like the Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt thing right now. Like, like I got kicked out of Alpha Male or something like
it's not that serious.
Like, no, it's not at all, but still.
I can see where you feel like that.
It's just funny. And that's why, like, I've avoided a lot of the talk to, like, between Ray and Rick and everybody. I'm like, listen, guys, I got a fight to train for. I'm like, I just got to focus on me.
There's no politics.
I know what I want to do. I don't have time. I was like, I'll wear a shirt that says, thanks to a key, Counter Strike, Brian, that person, my team, Dan Darling, blah, 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 and like whatever. And Mat Atascio, and like,
I'll take the shout out.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, everybody that I've worked with, thanks for your help.
So we're coming short on time here. I want to wrap things up by talking about your
I'm
opponent.
a talker.
Oh, it's all good, man. This is good stuff, man.
I could do a day of this for sure.
Mauricio Perez, that's your opponent. He's from MTC Training Center, or Midwest Training Center in Schaumburg, I believe. I think he lives in Schaumburg. I looked him up on Facebook a little bit. Looks like he's got a losing record, so he's hungry. Yeah, he's ready to fight. He wants to get in the ring and prove himself.
I was gonna say, I looking at his pictures too. I think he looks like a pretty cut and healthy dude too, man. Definitely young. I don't know how old he is, but
definitely got your work cut out for you. Let's just say that.
Absolutely. But
I mean,
that's
with
great.
your mindset,
and that's great too, though. No, and like I said before, I want a good opponent. He looks like a good opponent for sure.
He's definitely someone great to test those abilities.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. And I want to. And there's no reason to test. I mean, if you're going to have somebody that's going to fall down after nothing, it's like, well, what did I test? You know what I'm saying? It's like, get me another one.
And that's where the matchmaking happens.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But like, no, he looks good. And it's got me motivated too. It's nice to hear like you got an opponent at that time and stuff.
You got a name. You got
it gives you that extra motivation and stuff too. So I look forward to it for sure.
Cool. March 23rd, guys. Cole Modjeski here is going to be fighting Mauricio Perez at Fight Night Fury. It starts at 6:30, I think, and the fights are going to go all night. So many fights going on, not just Muay Thai, but some grappling as well. So we're excited to watch. We're excited to take part in it. And any last words for your opponent before you get in that ring with them, man?
Let's have a beer afterwards.
There you go. I love it. All right, guys, we're going.
Train hard, too. Train hard. Let's drink a beer afterwards.
Beautiful. I'll join you guys. I'll be there.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Cole Modjeski, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Have a good one, guys.